treat out of your Christmas stocking, haven't you, Rasha? How was it? Your last treat?
Mum's okay, but she's... Anyway, without going into detail. Bits here that I still need to find.
50p's, because some of these are quite valuable.
So do you collect loose change?
It was very hot, and then...
I bet nobody, I bet no viewer out there knows what this is. I bet no...
going round and round and round and round, so we were super lucky.
So, Sandra is home, but we've not done the cottage pie. So, I'm in Simply Village, Simply Fish Bar. Fantastic clip of Frank Sidebottom going in here. And here is Harlequins and Pinocchios. So I'm going to get a takeaway, I'm going to get a kebab. So, Harlequins used to be my favourite. The Pinocchios used to be across the road. Then many years ago, they went to... delivery only. So he went in and said, "Oh, can I have a doner kebab?" "No, we only do deliveries." And they were really grumpy. Anyway, I've not bought anything from them since. And they do takeaways now because they made a mistake. So into Pinocchio's we go. It's a nice big doner kebab for me, and I've got a shish kebab for Sandra. He's a bit worn out, she's having a lie down. Anyway, we'll have a catch up with Sandra over the course of this vlog, I dare say. Right, let's go back in the car safely. So it's the very unhealthy option. I haven't had a kebab for such a long time, and this is a monster. Massive. Right, I've got my partner in crime with me. You right, Rash? I'm sure you're going to give it a bit of doner meat. Let's sit down and eat this, Rasha. Right, so Sandra did end up last night staying here at home, not at her mum's. And as I say, we had a great big chunky kebabs and things like that. So Sandra's currently running around in town. So I've done her. When she comes back, look, I've got a nice egg and mayo butty. And I've got a cottage pie, what we made last night, ready to pop in the oven. Sandra's given Rasha a walk. You just had your last treat out of your Christmas stocking, haven't you, Rasha? How was it? Your last treat out of the Christmas stocking. Was it good? I've sorted out a load more stuff now in the living room. So that unit's got big things on. I've just found, well, I didn't find it because it wasn't lost. I keep going on about this book, Love You Forever. I need to recite that book. Yeah, beautiful storybooks from that I used to tell my children. So where we go here. Yeah, Love You Forever. 50 Below Zero. These I used to read every night. I had my kids when they were growing up. Stories, and these books were amazing. Then you heard a sound. Angela's Airplane. These are kids' storybooks. The Fire Station. Well, I Never. These are all every night when my children used to stay with me. I used to read them a bedtime story. Anyway, I've now got this unit emptied in the living room. This is a super good IKEA unit. We used to have filing boxes and stuff like that in there. So it's hard to imagine. Once upon a time, we had all this matching office furniture because obviously I had a Soho, small office, home office with Sandra, but them days are gone. And then go upstairs and I'll show you what's going on up there today. Sorry, that's stuff to go back to the nurseries. That's my toolboxes and my other boxes. I showed you that the other day. But back upstairs. Oh. Right, we cleared the hall. Right, so allegedly on the way, literally on their way now, are people coming to collect those. So once they're gone, I've just got that unit left, and that unit has been the worst nightmare. The amount of people that are coming to pick that up and then don't turn up. Anyway, and then over the course of the next day, I'm then going to move Sandra out of this room, the old box room. So I need to move that computer desk and computer, these bits and bobs and all the rest of it. Then going to move that into this room, and then the box room, which should become the next room to fill up with things that we're packing to take to the nurseries. So that's bedding and camping stuff. Most of that is empty. I need to move a God and Bennett. I need to move a mattress. Yeah, that's I need to move that mattress. So that's the bed frame into here. So yeah, that's what's going on there. And so when Sandra gets back, and all being well, these wardrobes are gone, we'll get an update on what happened with Sandra's mum. It's gone mild. Well, apparently we got this big storm on the way. Okay, I'm going to get myself a sandwich. My own egg sandwich. It's all going to plan. So that's the space coming out. I mean there's a man and a van collecting, and then progress. Another unit is actually up and advertised.
How's that, buddy?
All sorted. Right, result. Goodness me, can't remember how long we've had that for, but we've had it a long time. As I say, came from IKEA, Hannah's old bedroom furniture, and then that was all swapped and new bedroom furniture bought. Right, let's put some Allen keys away, so we had to take off one of the feet. So done with that. Sandra's back home. See if she'll give me a lift to move her desk. Sandra's not been on the video for the last 2 days. Right, sorry, your mum, first of all. Come and tell people what's been going on.
So, well, I did a little bit from yesterday, yeah. So, mum's okay, but she's... Anyway, without going into detail, but she's got a little issue that needed investigating. So she was booked in yesterday into Withenshaw Hospital, and she had to be there for 10 o'clock. And when you're 90, it's quite challenging getting anywhere for 10 o'clock. So we got her there.
So you stayed at your mum's the night before, overnight?
Yeah, I stayed overnight so I could help her get ready. We got her down there. So it's the first proper full trip in the new Yaris with the wheels and mum and all of that entails. And it was definitely a huge improvement. So I think we definitely made the right decision changing car with the way things are going forward. So it went pretty smoothly. It was blooming cold though. Oh, it was really cold.
So I then got a message saying your mum was meant to be staying overnight, and then it was in the afternoon before you got
the paperwork. I don't know whether they use the same paperwork, like if you were an inpatient or just an outpatient. I'm not sure. But, no, to be fair, they did say normally she'd have been kept in, but they don't have any beds. So I think on the basis I would be able to look after her if they did let her home. But she's okay. Yeah, she's resting up, but she's doing fine.
Right. So I made as a plan B a cottage pie. Obviously I didn't cut the cottage pie, so what did we end up with for tea?
It was very nice actually. We had kebab, which I've not had. I can't even remember when I last had kebab.
So you had a lamb shish kebab, didn't you?
It was really nice.
I'd have done at it all. So right. So I think somewhere along the line in a minute, not now. I think Sandra's got some video clips which I'll be inserting. And what are we up to now? So
in fact, yeah, one of the hospital staff got very excited about the DJI. Put my teeth in it. The DJI 4. He said, "What camera are you using? It looks really good." And he got very excited.
You're not on it. This is a 4.
He said,
"This is a 4."
What have I got then?
3.
Well, what's the one I had before then?
2.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Or is it DJI 4? I can't remember. I can't remember what you've got. Actually,
anyway,
it could be a. I can't remember.
Gave me a 4. Anyway. But yeah, he got very excited because he said he does, was it surfing and things? And he wanted something that was wobble proof.
Right, it's coming back. I think it was a DJI 2 that you had. We sold the DJI 2 to Dave and Jet.
You did.
I had the DJI 3, so you've inherited the DJI 3, and I have now got the DJI 4. So there's a clue on the camera.
They look the same though.
There's very little difference. So if you think about buying a DJI, the difference between a 3 and a 4 is some of the electronic processing inside here, but there's there's no real big reason to.
Anyway, yeah.
Right.
So that was it.
Okay.
So yeah, we were just sorting out my office. So.
And Venera, I was taking the whatnot to Lincolnshire. I like me whatnot.
You like your whatnot? I've emptied all that. I don't know. Do you want to keep the pink hat?
I got that from Wayne when we took into Black.
Scar hat.
Black. Oh, is it a Scar hat?
That's from the 80s fest. 80s fest.
Are you sure? Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure whether it
was
or not. Right,
100% sure.
In that case, it's your right. You can do whatever.
It was hot. It was very hot, and then it was either. Manoeuvres band, they wore it as well.
You got an umbrella on your head. Right, so we're going to just try and clear some of Sandra's crap and boxes and more crap and crap and crap and crap.
That's all yours, by the way.
That's not mine.
That's all yours.
That's going to Lincolnshire, that.
That's just the printer. It's not crap.
What's all that? And
Stuff to go through.
What's this green thing? What's that?
It smells amazing.
It's crap. Right, okay. Right, let's get everything out of here. So one of the reasons why I'm shifting everything into the box room for the move is it'll just give us some idea of space. So I'm hoping we're going to do this in two... dog's barking again. I'm hoping we're going to do the move in 2 Luton van loads plus back of cars and things like that near the time.
So we're moving the desk itself for now as
everything, yeah. Office-wise. So... all change about. Wait, where are we, Sandra? It just seems to move crap from one room to another.
It's a decreasing pile of unorganised crap, to be fair. So there's just some bits here that I still need to finally sort through. So we've sorted through all the lost stuff now. To be honest, should we charity shop that as well?
I think so, yeah. I don't want it.
Not sure what the stories with them bits. That's not really me.
Right.
To be fair. Anyway, so there's a few bits of your glass bowls and stuff.
So kind of on holiday at the moment.
So there's a little bit in the corner. Now that I've done the tax return, we can box away the company paperwork.
Throw it all the way, bin it.
Neil, you've got to keep it for 6 years.
They won't be afraid to find me because I'm not going to be living here. They'll have to come and get me. I'm scared. Right, I think Sandra's doing a charity box. Charity run. So there's a couple of old bears, play mats, camping stuff, more soft stuff. These are suits. They've been around now for a couple of weeks now that are too good to throw into a clothing. What do you call them? The kiosk things at supermarkets.
The prank head's going for a roll.
So somebody was having a laugh the other day when I turned around and says, "I've got a bag full of Frank side bottom heads." I kid you not. There's 2 Frank side bottom heads. There's one. Oh! I've just found the white gloves. I have. I needed them. It's Father Christmas. I've just found the white gloves. Oh, hang on a minute. There's another Frank side bottom head. So I wasn't joking when I turned around and said I've got a couple of bags full of Frank side bottom heads. So I need to move that mattress into the spare bedroom.
The sewing machine will be coming with us. However,
I can stay in here for now. That.
I may still use it. Depends when we're moving, but I may still need it if we're moving tomorrow. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Okay. Right.
So keep that accessible.
What are you going to do with your solar panels? It'll fit there, perfect.
It will, but can you please not kneel it?
Right, so I'm just going to move these panels.
We said, can that clock go? Did you say the clock?
That can go to a charity shop.
It does still work.
Get rid of it.
The combination lock thing.
No idea, you bought that home.
It was going to be thrown away.
Right. So how are you going to work it when you don't know what the combination lock is? There is a YouTuber, there's something on TikTok that shows you how to do it. Is there anywhere on here that tells you what the code is? That's probably worth about a lot of money because it's brand new. But without the code,
I might be able to find out what the code was.
just throw it, put it in the scrap metal, weigh it in. Oh, I've got a. Sorry, we've got a scrap.
Give it to the metal man when he comes with it.
Possibly have the metal man. So we had a metal man outside earlier. A van coming up and down the road playing. It sounded like an ice cream music. I stopped him. He's bringing an angle grinder next week, allegedly.
Not too sure what's on here.
Need to check. I think it's all work stuff. It's bringing an angle grinder, so that other metal unit I've got that was in the back, all being well, will go next week. That's the final big item now, isn't it?
I hope so. I said to her, because we don't know how long we're here, but I said my work desk, I'll get rid of it, but once we've got a date for moving, then I'll get rid of it then.
Right, let me just move these solar panels and this mattress out of the way. Yeah, right, that's the mattress out of here now, right. So that all needs putting in vacuum bags,
you need the box,
which compress. What? So I've got just hold the camera there 1 minute. Right. Those of a certain age, if I can get here. I am pre-decimalisation, and I kept looking here. Come here. I kept all of this from when I was little, and if you have a look here, some people will remember. Where are we in there now? Some people remember a penny. How many pennies in a shilling?
Apparently 12.
Well done, Sandra. You've only been educated here, haven't you?
I was a decimal girl. I was a bit younger than Neil.
And who remembers a sixpence or a tanner? So how many of them were in a shilling?
2.
And how many of them went in a Christmas pudding?
In your house, a lot. In my house,
well, they
1.
went in different portions, right? So that was they were tanners. Oh, blimey, China,
so actually, so just interrupting for a moment, but all I remember was when I was very little. I do remember still getting a sixpence for pocket money, because we used to get a penny for every year of our age, and then decimalisation came in.
Can I see it? There's a penny from 1879, 1897, and not so long ago, a halfpenny, a half a p. That's a modern half a p, and they got rid of them. But there's sixpences. There's no threepenny bits. Anyway, I've got. Yeah, there's a threepence. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. That's not a threepence.
The threepenny bits had square sides. I remember that.
Yeah. I see. So you are old. You just made a statement. You just literally said you're not old enough to remember old money, and then you go, I remember threepenny bits.
When I was at school, right, what I mean is, when I was at school, they taught us decimalisation, not imperial units. So.
Anyway, look at that. Look, all the old money. So I'm not getting rid of that. Yeah, it's worth a lot of money, that.
Still needs packing, dear. Needs packing.
And the marbles are actually Lees. But it's not just marbles. You see what else I've got in here, Sandra? Do you know what else I've got? Jumping beans. So there are these, and then this is, I think that's Lee's blankie, or it could be one for Lucy.
Maybe one of each.
Now then,
ticker tape.
No, it's not. I bet no viewer out there knows what this is. I bet none of you know what this is.
I'm pretty sure you filmed about that before, though.
I think I put it on Facebook. I've never put this on YouTube, I don't think. What is this? So this is from a Kodak VCNA video computer negative analyzer from the 70s. And basically, it's binary code on punch tape. So each of these sections here, there, 1, 2, 3, represents a negative. So this piece, I'm guessing, there's a 36 on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's probably 30. That represents a roll of 36 film. And that's your printing data. So you used to...
Could be a 24.
Could be. You used to feed that into your reader.
And that would then pull up the display onto a little manual display on your VCNA on an M58 or an M5, sorry, an M5 or an M58 colour printer. And that was what one of my first jobs was as a VCNA operator. These eyes can colour correct, as they called it. Anyway, I bet in the whole wide, I bet even in the Kodak History Museum, if there is such a thing, I bet they haven't even got a piece of thing. But what we used to do, come here, Sandra. Come here. Can you guess what we used to do, Sandra? So every time a piece of punch tape was produced, it produced tiny little bits of cardboard dots.
Yeah,
And
you told me this.
I told you. And we worked in it. It was a very sweaty environment with heaters and dryers. And what you could do is if you got a new kid on the block, a new like apprentice, a new 16-year-old, you get a handful of them dots, open up the shirt and put them down the back of the neck. It's like
Right.
And you see here.
Yeah, I'm glad he's talking about it. So
Do you know why I've got two phone lines in here?
boring. I was going to tell them about the plants.
Hang on, forget the plants. So back when I was a counsellor, we actually had my own counsellor laptop, and the council was so worried about security they would not let us hook my work's laptop into a wireless system in case we got hacked, and they're all... Anyway, what are you doing now?
Anyway, so as we're here, you can go away now. So Neil doesn't understand anything about plants, but anyway, but for those that like plants, I'm just going to share this. So this one here,
It's a weed.
it's a lemon-scented geranium.
That can go. Get rid of that.
Oh, excuse me,
What's
hands
that?
off. And this one here is rose-scented geranium.
And that can go.
It is not going.
It's going. Put it in the composting.
It's,
You'll be fine.
see what I have to put up with.
You'll be fine.
Grumpy husband. Anyway, so I'm just sniffing this one. It smells so nice. And you can put it in. You can put a little bit in tea as well. It's very nice.
And down comes me what not.
What? Whoa, something fell off you. What not? What's? Oh,
If it's something off your shelf, you're going to go. Oh, I've been looking for that for the last 9 years.
sixpences. I can't keep in them. They're my sixpences. I do have my own sixpences.
No, you don't. You turned around a few minutes ago and here said you can't even remember old money.
Because Mum and Dad saved some.
You robbed my penny
Should we tell them
jar.
about the £17 that we're not allowed to reclaim? I think that's a bit mean.
Oh no, so sorry. There was some other boxes appeared with some old pound. You remember the
Original
pound coins, the original pound coins, not the ones with the.
The donut type pound coins.
So I got an old £20 note, a paper one, which I thought was still valid. And when I went to pay for me kebab last night, the man said, well, he was trying to offload dodgy money, wouldn't have it. He said, we don't do paper money anymore. So that was redundant, 20 quid. And then I got another pile of old pound coins. But we got 18.
17, but they said they would only take them if you have 20. So if anybody's got 3 old pound coins, doesn't mind donating, we can have swap for 20.
Probably. In fact, hold on one here. What? Just hang on. Back in a moment. I know what I've got. I know what I've seriously. That's your cash. Right. So I kept some old paper notes for historical purposes. That can go in me old money jar. Old-fashioned money, funny money. And I don't know whether you can see some of these. This is a 10p. These are collectible items, and I'm sure most of you know about 50p's.
The Peter Rabbit ones. Isn't it?
I've got loads of different ones, all different ones. So look out for your 50p's, because some of these are quite valuable. Pennies and Bear one, not valuable. But anyway, I've got a bag of coins. Hang on, there you go. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, but I did try to keep one each of the old ones for Lucy, Lee, Hannah and Simon.
So these are £2 coins, but these are collectible ones. Look at this one here. I believe this one's quite super rarish, I hear. Rumour on the street as it look. But that's a boring. I think.
Check the dates. I kept them for the kids.
I think.
That's the only reason they're still there.
Right. So again,
Got
these.
one there. So there's one each for the kids. This way.
But all these are collectible.
Oh, actually, there's more.
Yeah, but look at all these 50p's I've got here, Sandra. Some of these are worth like lots of money.
What to do, but
Yeah. Anyway, did you look out for 50p's? So if you've got a non-conventional 50p with a collectible one, do you keep them? Go on eBay and have a look how much they're worth. Super rare, 10 pence.
I can't read the word. The Great Watty.
I think something to do with the Great War or something. But that's pretty rare, that. So yeah, we've got another story. Let me go. Sorry, we're unearthing money, aren't we? Just hang on a moment. Those of a certain age. Do you remember the big? Was it a gallon of Bell's whiskey? The big long bottles, and you used to get like 2p's or 10p's. For forever, I've collected change. This is all change. So this is from years back, not since I've been at the nurseries. But what I used to do was when I'd got the change, I would throw it into a container, and then if we were going away on school holidays, no, we weren't going away on school holidays, on summer holidays, we would count what the kids used to call my penny jar, and it would be spending money for holidays, and you'd be quite amazed how much is in there. I wouldn't mind betting in here with all these pound coins and £2 coins. I bet there's probably best about 200 quid in there. I'll put money on it. Pound coin, pound coin, pound coin, pound coin, pound coins. And even in my pocket now, what have I got in my pocket? I can offload some of that. But one of the stories I was going to tell was, I can't remember where I was. I'd gone out one night, and when we used to get milk delivered, the milkman used to come round on a Friday night to collect his money for the week's worth of milk. And I'd gone out on a Friday night, and Hannah was always a bit scared of answering the door at night. So she must have only been little, 10, 11 maybe, something like that. Anyway, the doorbell went. Hannah went, and it was the milkman demanding his £7.50 or whatever. And Hannah did not have any money at all. She didn't know what to do. So Hannah ended up coming up and raided my penny jar. Do you remember that?
You're obsessive about people raiding your penny jar.
What are you doing to my penny jar? You're nicking me money again, aren't you?
What does it look like?
Yeah. In fact, I'm just trying to remember now. You and Hannah raided it for something. Was it school money? What did you raid? You took about 50 quid out of it one year. What was that about?
Because you were such a... I can't say what about it. I used to actually put physical notes in for what I'd taken out. Because you'd have a hissy fit otherwise.
There's no notes in there.
There isn't now because you keep taking them out.
What are we going to do with that? Anyway, so do you collect loose change? Who does loose change? They're a local charity band, isn't it? What's his name? Anyway, how's your egg pussy?
It's nice, but I was starving. You get to do this, and we were starving.
Never made me an egg pussy. I've no idea how lucky you are to me, Sandra. You've not got a clue. Right, anyway, so it's a bit of a destruction derby, but we are somewhat organised. That is becoming a nightmare. I've had 2 people today message me if that's available and not got back to me.
Having a day off work today. It's very busy and very noisy here because I am in Withenshaw Hospital with my mum. So nothing too serious, but she's just needing a little bit of an investigation with some... anyway, not without going into detail. Okay, so she's here for a little investigation. So we were asked to be here at by 10 o'clock this morning, so we set off nice and early from home, and yeah. Anyone who's had spells in hospital time is just, it's like morphs into something else, doesn't it? So anyway, when we set off it was too early for breakfast, so we didn't have any breakfast, and I thought, well, I'll grab something when we get here, and for various reasons it's now, I think, about 2 o'clock. And finally got something to eat. So even though there's nothing behind me and I'm not putting the camera at anyone, people are looking at me like, why has she got a camera? But anyway, so Mum's gone off for a little investigation. I'm going to meet up with her in about an hour's time and take it from there. Anyway, so far so good. Trying again. So it was just crazy busy in there, and yeah, hard to concentrate. Perhaps hard to hear me as well. Yeah, so we're here bright and early with a fair bit of time to spare, which is just as well, because not everything went to plan. One of the things that didn't go to plan is that the car park, the nearest car park, it says there's spaces, but there really isn't. Because the barriers are up, so it's just rammed with cars going round and round and round and round. So we were super lucky that a lady saw that we were waiting to go in and saw my mum, so pop in here when I come out. So that was really, really helpful. So very, very grateful to that lady. Otherwise we would have definitely been late for our appointment. Anyway, so a bit of luck there. I mean, there were no all the disabled spots were taken. There's only 4 for the whole of the outpatients department, which seems strange to say the least. But anyway, so first trip in the new car for such an adventure, and it was so much easier. So so I got Mum straight in, and then the wheels just lift straight into the back boot without any faffing around now. So that was so much better, and it's comfy for Mum, a bit more leg room for her and everything. So she's super pleased with the new car. So I'm quietly confident that'll work out to be a good investment. So that was all positive, and the car warmed up pretty quickly and everything, and it's running really smoothly. So all good on that front. At the moment I've just popped out for an hour because Mum's gone off to get this procedure done, and then so she'll need some help when she comes back. So I'm going to go back to where she was taken from, and hopefully they'll bring her back ready for the next steps. So it's still flipping cold, but not bone-chillingly cold like it was yesterday. So it's hovering around 1-2 degrees now. So yesterday it was so cold. I did the full commute into work, over an hour driving, and there was still heavy frost on the outside metalwork of the car. It just didn't get warm at all yesterday. And I had an inspection to do, about 10-15 minute walk away, which I normally enjoy that, but I was already cold and it was hard work. But anyway, we got through it. So I'm just killing a bit of time now, and because I was up so early, I hadn't had any breakfast, so I was getting quite hungry, and I thought I'd be able to nip out to a cafe or something, and then I was like, oh well, this would be like, yeah, the consultant will be here soon, and then the consultant comes soon, and we'll be ready to take you down soon, and then we're waiting, and the next thing it's 2 o'clock, and I was getting so hungry. Anyway, so I'm feeling better now. I've had some food in me, and so I'll head back soon. And poor Mum didn't get any lunch because they weren't quite sure whether she was allowed lunch or not, so she'll be very hungry. But not sure what she can have when she comes out either, but we'll find out and adjust accordingly. Ooh, got more windy now. I think the weather is on the change. It's a lot more windy. It's so still the last couple of days. Right, so just have a quick natter while I was waiting for Barbara, and see you shortly. Right, so it's dark already because it's winter. I'm back in Bella the Yaris, and I've made sure Mum's all back home, safe, okay, fed and watered and everything. She's going to be fine. She's just having a rest. But I have to say, that whole trip we had to do today, it's the first proper trip out with Mum that I've done since we got Bella, and the whole process was just went so much more smoothly, or as smooth as it could do, really. So Mum's super pleased with it, I'm super pleased with it, and we feel like it was definitely the right choice. and we'll make lives a little bit easier going forwards, and sort of easy for Mum to get into. She's got a grab handle again. Wheels just plop straight in the back without any twisting and bending and things. So they're a slight one to watch for. Is I need to make sure that I lift up the tailgate all the way up, or I might bump my head like I did this morning. But anyway, nothing too serious. But apart from that, it went swimmingly. So yeah, just really pleased to have made this change. I think it'll just be really helpful going forwards. The Ego I loved the Ego. Ego is fantastic. Great little car. It's served me well, but obviously things change and the type of trips that we need to do are changing. So yeah, really pleased, and looking forward to many more journeys in this new little car.
Right, goodbye old life. Oh my, look at that. Dicky bow. All another one. So we're in a very posh part of Manchester called Hale Barnes. If you want designer clothes, Hale Barnes, Oxfam is the place to come. Right, so they want everything, but they don't want sleeping bags.
They don't want sleeping bags.
So
I'm not sure about the teddies and
okay. Let's see how we go on. Round here it's a small place, so we've just been into Oxfam and the guy said, oh, it's Neil, isn't it? And it's somebody that I sort of knew years back, and of absolute coincidence he says, we came to a street party you had, and I said, you're not going to believe this. So the night before last I put a video up from this
I'm with you now, yeah.
this Royal Street Party 2022 2002 was it? I can't remember.
It wouldn't have been 2022, dear.
It was in 2002. It was before I was with Sandra. Anyway, I had this like sort of street party outside my shop on the green, and we had gazebos up and all the kids. Anyway, he said, "Oh, I came to that street party you had, didn't he?" And I just remembered who he is. But the coincidence was the night before last. Over on my Neil Taylor YouTube channel, I've got a video called Egg on the Head, I think it's called, and I got a strike off YouTube. This video's been up like 15 years, saying it's unsuitable for certain audiences for whatever reason. So I've appealed it. Anyway, it got released today that it's not unsuitable for people. But I'd had a few beers. You saw some of it, didn't you?
Silliness. But...
yeah, silliness. It involved a plastic hat and eggs, and putting eggs in a hat and putting the hat on somebody's head, and it was crisp. Those who've been watching the videos will remember me talking about the guy we took to Barcelona, and he took 15-pot noodles on holiday because we weren't going to eat any of that Spanish rubbish. Nephew.